Hello everyone, welcome back. Well, we are in June. Pride Month. Now, I am not now, nor have I ever been, a member of the LGBTQ plus community. But, you know what? For those who are, happy Pride Month to you. For those who have a problem with Pride Month being a thing, deal with it. Get over it. Get over it. You know, for those who like to say, well, when is Straight Pride Month? I don't know. When have we ever been an outcast because we're straight? Plus, if you want a straight month, a straight Pride Month, declare one. Just declare one. Go for it. You can do that because you know what? Despite it being Pride Month, it's not an official thing, right? If you don't like Pride Month, you don't even have to observe it. Right? Now, I acknowledge it. I mean, I don't celebrate because I'm not a member of that community, but I acknowledge it. And I acknowledge the importance of it. You know, I mean, the LGBTQ community, they have been marginalized, othered, discriminated against, beaten, killed, just for who they are. Just for being who they are. Yeah. Matthew Shepard comes to mind. Not that long ago, a woman who, a gay woman, a lesbian, decided that she was going to use a public restroom. You know, she had her niece with her. I don't know all the details other than, you know, she went into a cisgendered gay woman, went into a public restroom, female restroom, and was beaten severely for doing so. Apparently, people thought she was trans. A couple guys thought that she was trans. She wasn't. She's not trans. So why do we need a Pride Month? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. And for those of you who like to say, well, why don't the veterans get a month? And why don't we have a month for our military? Again, first of all, if that bothers you so much, create one. Second of all, oh yeah, by the way, it already exists. It's called May. But you didn't hear anything about that, though, did you? Why? Because nobody brings that up. Why does nobody bring that up? You know, the news outlets that you like to listen to, they don't mention that. You know why? Because, hey, those people get a month. Those people get their month. And we want you to be upset about that. We want you to be upset about June being Pride Month. Tell you what. Even if I had no problem with the persecution of the LGBTQ community, even if I thought that was okay, how does Pride Month hurt me? It doesn't. So for those of you who hate the LGBTQ community, first of all, they're not hurting you. Second of all, Pride Month isn't hurting you. Show me on the doll where the rainbow flag hurt you. Oh, wait. Y'all are, I don't know. And your approval, especially those of you who like to persecute based on religious grounds. Tell you what, read the New Testament. Read the New Testament. Jesus wasn't one to persecute people, was he? At least not in the Bible that I've read. Not in any version of the Bible that I've read. No translation. In no translation does Jesus persecute people. So, but yeah, you want to get all worked up because there's no military month or no. And I'm a veteran, right? I am a veteran. And Military Appreciation Month was May. And then I don't remember what April was, but that's also related to military and veterans, the whole month. And then also November. Again, I don't remember the name of it. But yeah, the whole month is related to military and veterans. I want to say that's Military Family Month or something like that. So yeah, not specifically military and veterans, but we already have 3 months. Three. You don't hear about them, though. You don't talk about them. You don't bother to educate yourself about the fact that they even exist. All you know is you see rainbows and you lose your ever-loving minds. You lose your ever-loving minds. Let's not forget, though, that rainbow that y'all hate so much is a naturally occurring phenomenon. And if you believe that Bible that you say you believe, that rainbow was created by God after the Great Flood as a promise to Noah that he would never again flood the earth. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Go ahead and read it. Go find the story of Noah. That was a promise from God. Now, if you want to make the argument, well, they shouldn't have co-opted the rainbow, that's totally separate. That is totally separate and, quite frankly, irrelevant, right? Totally irrelevant. I mean, so they chose the rainbow. Big deal. And, people are flipping out about, different colors in like school classrooms and stuff. Like somebody might put up, a teacher might put up letters in different colors in like a rainbow order. And, well, see, they're indoctrinating our kids to be gay. And no, they're not. No, they're not. First of all, if people are taught to be gay, who taught you to be straight, for one? And for two, I'm going to ask you this one here, right? I'm 50 years old, right? I went to grade school in the 1980s. we had different colors. You know, I was in kindergarten in 1980, 80 and 81. I was in kindergarten, right? And we had the different colors in rainbow order. We had rainbow this and that, and, you know. And you know, I mean, the vast majority, just like in vast majority of us did not become gay. And those that didn't become gay. I mean, they were born that way, right? So, yeah. In fact, I remember a song that we sang in music class about, you know, I don't know, I want to say it was called Sing a Rainbow or something like that. I don't know, I remember that song. Nobody thought anything of it, right? Sing that song today, and oh my God, you're indoctrinating the kids. Now, keep in mind, you know, back then, people didn't really associate the rainbow with the LGBTQ community. To my understanding, I might be a little bit off on this, and if I am wrong, correct me in the comments. I want to say it was 1978 is when the rainbow was first associated with the LGBTQ community. I know it was in the 70s at some point. I want to say the late 70s. You know, so it wasn't really a thing at that time. But kids like colors. Kids like colors. You know, and rainbows are, what are they? They're colors. What is the rainbow? There's nothing more than light going through the prism, right? I mean, the naturally occurring rainbow is just light reflecting off of the water droplets from the rain. So, yeah, maybe chill, right? If you want a month for whatever it is that you're upset that there isn't a month for, first of all, it might already exist. It probably does already exist. But if it doesn't, create it. Create it. And people will either observe it or they won't. You know. And by the way, what actually triggered this video? Now I did borrow some. I did borrow some from Tennessee Brando. And if you're not familiar with Tennessee Brando, he's affiliated with the Midas Touch Network, which I am not affiliated with anybody. I'm affiliated with me. But Tennessee Brando brought up some of the points that I made, and I just want to reiterate it to a different audience who may not have seen him. So thank you to Brando for that. But also, I went to my local farmer's market this morning, and then later went to a different part of town, and there was there's a pride celebration going on. And that got me thinking, well, you know what? It is that month, isn't it? So, again, happy Pride Month, and I'll see you next time.